Hi, my name is Dennis Salani, a South African, and in this discussion, I would also like people from other countries to help us with their experiences in the question of funding of school fees, especially for tertiary learners. We have been having a problem for a very long time on how to fund education for learners, especially at tertiary. Because as I'm speaking now, tertiary education is becoming more and more expensive, and it is frustrating for learners to fail to go to university just because of the lack of money. I want to appreciate the government of the day for the strides that is taking. And in this discussion, I'll be asking questions here and there, random questions, and I'll ask everyone to patiently and passionately try to come with answers so that we can be able to assist in the dialogue that is taking place or that has been taking place. We'll remember that students have gone to the extent of losing their temper, if I may put it like that, going to streets, taking action. But now, how does a country fund tertiary education? I don't want to dwell into secondary education and primary or basic education, because as we speak now, the education at that level is free except for uniform and other basic necessities. Now let us focus on tertiary. I will be asking questions that will touch upon the people that are working in parliament, the people who are working in civil organizations, the people who are working in trade unions, and ordinary people. Let us bring together our ideas and see how we cannot be able to help to move forward. My first question is, there are avenues that generate income in our country and in other countries as well. But in our country in particular, we've got toll roads. Tell me, how possible or how impossible is it to redirect some of the revenue that we generate day in and day out in toll roads and dedicate a certain amount, just a very little portion, to go to the fiscus of education? I'm not good in economics, I'm not good in parliamentary work, but if we can, for example, legislate that 1.5% of every vehicle that passes through the toll gates, that amount is put aside and is accumulated and is redirected to help in the payment of education for our universities and technicons, as well as servicing these institutions. Can't that take us one little step in a particular direction? I don't know. It's my humble question. Coupled with that, we've got gambling activities like lottery, like horse racing. People are betting every day. If it could be organized, administered, legislated, that in every ticket, every betting ticket, be it soccer, be it boxing, whatever sport, 1.5% of each and every ticket goes towards funding education. How could that be? Now, going a step further, because we are having a situation where the government of the day might not be able to create a budget right away, moving from the traditional budgetary posts and to cover this item that I'm talking about, this aspect, which is very important. How about if then we go to the fuel levy, and for every fuel that taxis, cars, aeroplanes, if they use fuel, I'm not sure, every amount that is spent on fuel, 1.5% is redirected to education, and in particular to the funding of universities, because I believe this amount will not only be earmarked or allocated for paying for tuition fees, but also for the general servicing of facilities, including administration of these institutions. Please help me. But in the main, let us start, as urgent as it is, let us start generating discussion on this issue and feeding up the legislative arm of our government of these ideas. Come with ideas. Let us see if we cannot be able to move to move forward. Let us desist from saying, where will the money come from? Let us make sure money is accumulated, money is obtained, just like money can be obtained for any budgetary activity that the country needs at any given time. Come with your comments. Place them here below. And don't forget to like this discussion, this video, and also subscribe to my channel. Until then,